Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining today's class. Today, we want to carry out calculation on three different locations with two given distances. When you are solving problem under bearing, you must be able to draw the diagram, sketching of the interpretation of the question given, sketch the diagram. It will now give you the clue of how the question is all about. It will give you the insight to the formula to use, whether it is sine rule or the cosine rule or using Pythagoras theorem. The diagram will show you what formula to use. Now let's see. In a town, Chief X resides 60 meters away from 60 meters away on a bearing of 57 degree from the palace P. From means it's taking the origin. The starting point will be from palace P. Draw your quadrant. The north will be our reference point. Okay, this is your P. The chief P resides 60 meters away. 60 meter, 60 meter away, the bearing of 57 degree. The bearing of 57 degree. 057 degree. Okay, and always take note of the distance. The line might not be as perfect as it is because it's a sketch. And since you have a 60 meters, it will be shorter in length to 180 meters from X to Y. Don't draw the line of 60 meters to be longer than distance from X and Y because near looking at it, it should be longer in length, the distance. Okay, Chief X resides 60 meters away from the bearing. This is the bearing at which you have your X, Chief X. This X, the north, and you are told that while Chief Y resides on a bearing of 150 degree from the same palace, from this same palace, the bearing is 150 degree. Now check it like this. The arrow goes like this. That's 150 degree. That's Chief Y. And the Chief Y will be here. And see, make the distance longer. So that when we are joining it together, it will be longer than the 60 degree, 60 meters, sorry, the 60 meter, 60 meters, 60 meters. Draw your cardinal points. Okay, this is your Chief Y is here. These are knots. It's very important to put those knots because our reference points always taking into consideration. That's 180. Okay, let's see. The residence of X and Y are 180 meter apart. 180 meter apart. Let's see. It's 180 meter apart. Now, what do we need? You have to get some angles out. If from this point to this line, from this north to this line is 57 degree. Now, what is this angle? For the whole from this north to this line, PY is 150 degree. To get the angle P, you subtract 57 from 150 degree. 150 minus 50, 150 degree minus 57 degree. Remove 7 from 0 impossible. Borrow 1 from 5. Remain 4. So this is 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 7, 3. 4, 14. On this one, 14 minus 5. That is 9. We're having this angle, the angle P to be 93 degree. And don't forget that we need to know this angle likewise. This angle when from this is a right angle triangle is perpendicular. The line north and east are perpendicular to each other. That's 90. To get this small angle here, get this small angle, from north to the line PY is one. The angle is 150 degree. But to get this angle, since north and this east are 90 degree, remove 90 from 180, you get this small angle. Okay, plus 150 move from north to the line PY, and we have northeast will be 90 degree here. Remove 90 from 150, that is angle 150 minus 90, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 15 minus 9, that is 6. That's 60 degree. This 60 degree. And this is alternate, but this line is parallel. So it's parallel to this line. This alternate angle is 60 degree. Okay. Now what do you need to solve for? That's to illustrate the information in the diagram. We have done that. We have to correct the three similar figures, the bearing of x from y. What it takes to turn x from y. It takes to turn from the north to get to the line that goes to x. That is the bearing of x from y. That means that we know this northeast is 90 degree, southeast is southeast is 90 degree, is 90, northeast 90 degree, and southwest is also 90 degree. That means that to get to this point, you are going to get this angle likewise, this angle, so that we add it to 60, 90, 90, 90. Now, what you need to do, what you need to do is that we know this angle, we know this line. We don't know this angle, we know the line opposite to angle y. Now we are going to use sine rule. Okay, using sine rule. Using sine rule. We use sine rule because we know one angle with one side. We don't know the other angle we are looking for with a side. We have a side opposite to the angle we are looking for. Sine rule now is sine y, over the y, this small letter y, this capital letter P, small letter P, the line opposite to it, sine y over small letter y, because sine P over sine capital letter P over small letter p. Now let's substitute our value. What's our y? Our y, that's what we're looking for. Sine y. Well, what's y? That is 60 meters. Sine p, that's sine 93 degree over what's our p? It's 180. Cross multiply. you have been 180 sine y equals 60 sine 93 degree. Divide both sides. Divide both sides by 180, so that we'll be left with sine y. 180 sine y divided by 180 equals to 60 sine 93 degree divided by 180. 180 comes 180 sine y equals 60 times sine 90 degree. You press your calculator. So sine 93 degree is 0.9986 divided by 180. When you carry out your multiplication, is 9 is 60. Now sine y equals 60 times 0.9986. That's 59.916 divided by 180. When you divide that, you have 0.3329. Okay, now the y now equals sine inverse of 0.3329. The y now equals, when you are pressing sine inverse, press second function sine before you put the number in brackets. You get second function in your calculator. Press the second function sine. It will give you sine inverse. Now press 0.3329, put it in bracket, open bracket and close. It will give you 19.44 degree. 19.44 degree. Now, the bearing of x from y. Now, we have gotten this the angle y. Angle y is 19.44 degree. Now, first question, the bearing of x from y, because start from this, we are taking our reading from the north, that's 90 degree, plus another 90 degree, plus another 90 degree. What it takes to turn to get to this line going to x, that's what we mean by the bearing of x from this y. Okay, plus 60 degree plus this angle we got, which is 19.44 degree. Now to get it, 90 plus 90, that's 180. 180 plus 90, that's 270. 270 plus 60, that's 3. 7 plus 3, that's 3. Put 1, add 1 to this 2, that's 330. 330 plus 19.44. 4 plus point 0 plus 9, that's 9. 3 plus 1, that's 4. That's 349.44 degree. 349.44 degree. Don't forget that the question says find correct the three significant figure. Now this is for in decimal place, these two decimal places, but we need it in three significant figure. Since 4 is not to 5, forget about after decimal and concentrate in 349. It's approximately equals to 349 degree to 3 significant figure. 349 degree to three significant figure. Now I've gotten this angle now to be I've gotten to be 19.44 degree. Now let's know this angle x, but we need this line. Let's know angle x. Can use sum of angles in a triangle. That's angle P plus angle x plus angle y equals 180 degree. That's sum of angles in a triangle. What's angle P? That's 93 degree. Angle x, that's what you need, plus angle y, that's 19.44 degree equals 180 degree. When you add those numbers together, what do you get? You have 90, 93. You have angle, let's collect the like terms. Angle x plus 93 degree plus 19.44 degree equals 180 degree. Okay, now let's add it together. 93 plus 19.44. 0 plus 4, that's 4. 0 plus 4, that's 4. 3 plus 9, that's 12. 2 carry 1. 9 plus 1, 10 plus 1, 11. That's 112. Angle x plus 112.44 degree equals 180 degree. Take 112.44 across the cosine, turn to negative. Angle x equals 180 degree minus 112.44 degree. Let's do the subtraction. Now 180 minus 180 degree minus 112.44 degree. 0 minus 4 is possible. Borrow 1 from 8 to this 10 become 10. Borrow 1 from 10 to this 0 to mean 9. This one become 10. From 10 to this 0 become 10. This one will mean 9. 10 minus 4, that's 6. 9 minus 4, that is 5. 9 minus 2, that is 7. This one remains 7. So when we borrow 1 from 8, it remains 7. 7 minus 1, that's 6. Which is angle x equals 67.56 degree. 7.56 degree. And we need to get the distance py. Use sine rule also. Use sine rule. Using sine rule. Using sine rule. Okay. Now say sine x over this small letter x, sine x over small letter x equals, what do we pick? Let's pick this angle, okay? Because we have 180 and this angle. Let's pick it. Sine x, but that's what is given from the question. Just pick the one that is given to you in the question. Sine p over small letter p. What's our x now? Our x is sine 67.56 degree over x equals sine, what's our p? Sine 93 degree over p. Plus multiply x sine 93 degree equals, what's our p? We have p to be 180 meters. 180 times sine 67.56 degree Divide side by sine 93 degree, sine 93 degree. Sine 90 degree cancel sine 90 degree, sine 93 degree cancel sine 93 degree. You're left with x equals 180 multiplied by sine 67.56. When you press your calculator, just press sine 67.56. Is that okay? When you press that one, you're having 0.9243 divided by what's sine 93? 0.9986. Okay? Now your x now equals 180 multiplied by 0.9243. You're having 116.374 divided by 0.9986. Your x now equals 166.607 meters. Okay? That means that our line x, line PY equals to that. Line PY equals to x equals to 166.607 meter, which is approximately equal into three single figure. You can see this 6 is more than 4. We round it up as 1, add it to this 6. But we're having it as 3 decimal places, but the question says 3 single figure. You don't leave your question like this. If you leave at this point, you will lose mark. Okay? Now equals to 1, approximately equals to 167 meter to 3 significant figure. That brings us to the end of the class. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates. And also don't forget to leave your question in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next class. Have a blessed day.